Hello and welcome to tonight's Get in Tune. I'm Michael Gracia and I've got a great show planned for tonight. Please excuse the messy background, which you guys don't normally see, but I haven't had a chance to clean the studio. Please excuse my voice. I've been sick for a little bit as well, and I'm hoping I don't have any coughing fits on the air tonight. But I've got a fantastic show. I don't even know what number appearance this is, 5, 6, 24 for these guys. They've been on all the time. I love having them on. Two great creators. Let's just bring them on. We got from Fugitive Poems, the writer Christian D. Matteo and artist James Lyons. Hey guys.
Hello. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
I'm all right. I heard you're sick, so I was going to put this on. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know how else to handle it. Okay.
See, that's going to make me cough, dude. The laughter.
I believe
you just want to kill me.
Sick, I'm supposed to be immediately terrified, right?
Well, if you want to do the show like that, go for it, man. I'm I still wear my mask because of my other issues, but man, I've had a rough April and beginning of May. I started off with a sinus infection that lasted 3.5 weeks. It turned into strep throat, and as of last Thursday, I've been on antibiotics for strep throat, but I haven't really been doing much, so just resting. And we got a comment. Joe Ryan's tuning in. Hey, Joe.
Where you going with that gun in your hand?
What?
I said, where are you going with that gun in your hand? You said.
So, Fugitive Poems. Sorry. You guys are going to be making an announcement tonight. We're going to save it for 9 o'clock, so about 30 minutes from now. So, everybody tuning in, stay tuned in for this really great announcement. But before we get into it, I just want to make a couple announcements. This weekend, this Saturday, is Free Comic Book Day. There are a lot of appearances happening. I'm gonna pitch a few of my friends before I pitch myself and you guys, because we're gonna be at the same place. But for those who are unaware, at the White Plains Galleria, there is the White Plains Comic Fest going on. I was supposed to be there, but I already signed on to do the Spider's Web, or will be, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But that's a great show. You guys, my friend Ray Felix will be there. Christiana Lewis will be there. Awesome dude. A lot of great people going there. There's also at Undiscovered Realms in White Plains, my good friend Marty Grabstein, the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog, will be appearing there with artist Jeff Brendan, I believe is his name, who worked on the Courage, I think, comic or storyboarded the show. I don't remember. They'll be there for a couple of hours at Undiscovered Realms, so check that out. But even more importantly, before you go to Undiscovered Realms, before you go to the White Plains Galleria, you got to stop by the Spider's Web at 887A Yonkers Avenue in Yonkers, New York, where I will be appearing, and these two wonderful guys will be appearing, making their second appearance there. As well as my friend J.M. DeSantis and Emilio Velez Jr. will all be there, and I believe there's a few other artists and writers and creators coming. So, is that a Carnage mug you are drinking from?
Is that not badass?
That is a nice mug, man.
Right? Isn't that awesome? I love it. And it's huge, too. So
I was going to say, it looks like a deep mug.
Yeah.
I like that.
Clean, though, like you got to spend extra time to clean his chin, because that's actually it's hollow there, too. So that's the only challenge.
You got whiskey in there?
No.
Not all whiskey, right? So
no, not all.
That's for later. Anyway, guys, let's first of all, for those who maybe this is their first time tuning in, you guys, tell us a little bit about yourselves, who you guys are, and what you guys do.
That's like the ultimate question. I debate that daily. We are Fugitive Poems,
and we make comics.
You make fantastic comics, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
we are a indie comic publisher. And we've put out 2 anthologies with some incredible creators in there, indie comic creators. Thank you. And our I just dropped everything to show how cool I am. This is our first one. I had this cool precarious. I thought it was going to make it through the show, but it did not. We have FUGITIVEPOEMS.com. We're working on a major one-shot graphic novel right now. We put out comics at the Comic Jam, and we're working with a couple of other indie creators, going to be putting out some of their books. We got a lot going on. So that's who we are. We're proud comic book fans, movie, music, entertainment fans, metalheads, and we put all of that into our work.
That's awesome. So, and you guys, 100% great quality in there. I mean, where'd I put it? This book, going through it, man. I've said it on the air before. I did the opening of this. This is fantastic. I got to see you guys looking at it in person. Got it autographed by you guys. This is awesome, man. I love this book.
Dude, I gotta thank you. That unboxing was one of the coolest things I've ever been involved with. Actually, because I'm getting texts and I'm getting tweets from people that, hey, we got it. It's really cool. And strangers tweeting, hey, we got all these people that ordered it. But getting to watch someone receive it and open it was unbelievably cool. So thank you for that. I had a great time there.
We have a great comment here.
That's what I was laughing at a minute ago.
All three of you keep looking more like the same person.
Thank you, Detective 12. Elementary, my dear Detective 12.
Yeah, our goal is to look so similar that when one of us commits a crime, Kieran, you won't be able to figure out who it is.
We can pin it on Mike.
So let's talk about this weekend. We're gonna, all three of us, as well as many others, will be at the Spider's Web. Now, once again, that's 887A Yonkers Avenue in Yonkers, New York. It's across from the casino. So, and it has a great pizzeria next door and a great deli on the other side of it. So, good places to get food.
Yeah, a great owner. Shout out to Paul. Can't wait to see you. And
yes.
His trusty sidekick, Andrew. We had a great time last time we were there. Can't wait to come back. And I'm really excited. I've never been to this free comic day. So,
well, for those who don't know what Free Comic Day, basically what happens is it was created to help stores bring people in, get people reading comics. So the owners of the stores purchase certain comics. So companies will say this is going to be a free comic book day, and they purchase them, and they're not like hugely priced, and they'll buy a bunch and they'll put them out. And some stores will let you take one of everything. Some will say, hey, just take 5 books, whatever it is. They'll have like a limit depending on how many customers they know they're going to get. And it's a way to bring people into the stores, get looking at things. But for me, I've always looked at it as a great way to get people into reading comics. Even if they don't buy a book afterwards while they walk around the store, they're going home, they're reading, and hopefully it sparks that interest in reading and collecting comics. It's a great thing. I love it. So basically what's going to happen, and because I've been at Paul's a bunch of times for this, there'll be a table right in the front, 1 or 2 tables set up, and he'll have all the books on there. And you'll probably meet Gene if Gene's available to work that day. He's another really good guy. And people just set up, and they have people like us walking around, set up at tables, maybe inside, outside, depending on the weather. And customers come in. Excuse me. And customers come, and hopefully they spend a lot of money on us. and at Paul's too. I mean, I want Paul to make money. I love that store. It's my #1 comic shop to go to. So yeah, that's really what Free Comic Book Day is. Sometimes you'll have people dressed up in there and have cosplay. Everything depends on what the store just wants to do or whatever.
Paul and Andrew, we've done a bunch of signings in different places since Containment Breach. And they've had a great time, met a bunch of really cool people. Paul and Andrew are such passionate comic fans and cool dudes. Just fun to hang with. And the reason James and I make stuff is a passion for making stuff, for putting cool things out into the universe. And Paul and Andrew, they have that exact same positive vibe of wanting to put things out that are awesome in the universe and talk about things that are awesome. And in a world where the news is 98% bad because that's what sells all the time, right? These are the kind of people that I'm always happy to meet. And the first time that we went in there and met Paul and Andrew, we just automatically felt completely welcome and that we were among real friends. Afterwards, we went out after our signing. We went out with you and with Andrew and my sister and brother-in-law, and just had a great time at a restaurant talking about cool stuff, laughing inappropriately with the other customers around. And these are the kind of people I gravitate toward. One of the reasons that James and I are like the perfect partnership and found each other is because awesome people who want to put really cool stuff out in the world, the same reason that you and I found each other, Mike. And that's one of the great things. You go to the Spider's Web and there's no hipster vibe where you should know what you're talking about before you walk in. You walk in and you're like, hi, I don't know anything about comics. What do you think? Paul's head is going to explode with joy. He's going to be like, wow. And he'll take you around the whole store. And mention Cthulhu, and you go a long way too.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I will say this. I don't read mainstream comics often anymore, but every now and then I want to know like what's going on in, say, like Superman. He's always been one of my favorite books to collect. And I'll be like, what's good in DC right now? Because that was always the company I'd purchased more than Marvel. And Andrew or Paul or even Gene over there at the store, they'll tell me what's going on. And they know my likes and my dislikes. Because, I've been going there since the store's been open. Actually, this is going to be one of their anniversaries. I mentioned this off the air. Paul opened the store actually on Free Comic Book Day. I don't know how many years ago. I don't know if it's been 8 now, 10, whatever it is. But I remember someone came up to me and said, have you been to the comic shop in Yonkers? And it was the day after Free Comic Day. I'm like, no, there's a comic shop in Yonkers? So I looked it up. I went to it. And Paul and I have been friends basically ever since that day. It's been my comic store. It's a clean store. It's well organized. And like I said, this is before even Andrew started working there. This is he just has a love for comics, a love for people. It's fantastic. And after you tell him what you like, he'll know and he'll recommend stuff for you. And speaking of Cthulhu, there is a Cthulhu drawing he has of mine up hanging up, in the store.
That's awesome. You're gonna have to point it out to me next time I'm in there.
Yeah, it's a little cartoony. When you walk in on the front left,
no, I saw that.
Yeah. There's a little green, yellowish Cthulhu. Yeah, that's mine.
I saw that.
Yeah. So he puts up a lot of cool art up there.
This is a Cthulhu house.
Anyway, so last time at the store, I mean, you guys, I'm gonna say you guys killed it over there. I mean, we did a live show there. You did I'm not gonna talk about sales or anything, but people gravitated towards you guys there. They loved what you guys were putting out in books, man. And you just talked to so many people. So it was a really, I think, a really amazing time for you guys at that store. But
yeah, a lot of fun.
Great day. And when you're doing an interview and you mention whiskey and a whiskey bottle appears next to you, this is why we love Paul so much. You're in a good place. My father-in-law's, you shouldn't be drinking when you're on the air. I'm like, well, it's our company.
But that was great there. I mean, that's the kind of service Paul has for you over there.
I got to tell you one of my favorite moments, and we did so well there, and people were so excited. But there was one guy, the high point of my interaction with customers was actually a rejection. I think about it all the time, and I laugh about it all the time. This dude was so classy. So it was right toward the end. There was a guy walking around the store, and I said, hey, if you want to check it out, we're showing off our anthology and whatnot. And he looks it over. And I said, we'd love to show you. We're selling it. We'll sign it for you if you want. But mostly I wanted you to see it. And he's going through it. And it was not a quick thing at all. He went through it and he's nodding and he looks at it. And I'm thinking, this guy's going to buy it. And he goes, not today. And walked away. And I was not even hurt in the least. I'm like that. I wish someone had told me I could handle this that way years ago. That was perfect. Not today. And just gone. It was amazing. So that's whoever nice. That dude is, you won my heart.
that's excuse me.
I've been using not today since then.
So you going back with the same setup Are you planning something different? Bringing new stuff? What's the plan for you guys to have at Free Comic Book Day?
James, you want to take it?
Well, we were contemplating getting some T-shirts, but we're a bit behind on the scheduling for that. We're probably going to get some. I'm working on some quote unquote company shirts with our logos on them.
Cool.
Probably not for sale. We're probably going to go to a direct to what do they call that? Direct to garment printer for some Fugitive Poems type shirts. Other than that, I know that Paul is all out of stock on Containment Breach, so we'll be bringing those, and of course, we'll be signing them. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same setup that we're going to have last time.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that we will not have Containment Breach Volume 1 because the first printing is all but sold out. So here's a fun fact. And this is as of last week, and I have not checked since. Third Universe Comics in Croton, my comic book shop based on where I live. Awesome people there. They're training my son to play Pokemon, so he can be the cool kid in school. Wait a minute, but they're really they let you go in there and they'll teach you all kinds of stuff. They got a great selection. They have the last for sale copy of first edition, first printing of Containment Breach Volume 1. That's this puppy. It's where it all started. It's about a quarter of the size of look at this. Just look at this. This is James.
Hold on, let me give you the screen. Where is it here? There we go.
That's freaking James's work. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Nope, the other side. This cover is one of my very favorite things he's ever done, and this is called Shelter in Flames. This comic, and he's got it's got some of my favorite images in it, including one that's become a sort of secondary logo for us, which is little here, but it's one of my favorite things.
Can you bring it closer to the camera?
There you go. Queen Dila's eyes right there.
Okay, yeah.
And that's become sort of a secondary icon for us. The last for sale copy of this first printing of Containment Breach Volume 1 is at Third Universe Comics in Croton. And they're a great shop, and you should check them out. But no one else has it because all the Pauls sold out. And we sold the last of ours.
Actually, I got the last copy.
And you did. You got the last copy.
Yeah.
My poor sister Martine realized she didn't have it, and she had to go buy it at a comic shop. It was really funny. I was like, well, all right, sorry. But I like that you bought it. And
did we set up a date yet for 30 Universe?
Yep, May 21st.
May 21st.
Saturday, May 21st from noon to 2. We're going to be signing. Let me make sure I'm not crazy. Yep, from noon to 2, we're going to be signing books at Third Universe Comics in Croton on Harmon. And I'm very excited about that. It's just north of Ossining.
Awesome.
For those of you Westchesterites up the river.
I just want to say hi to Jonathan. Jonathan's a great creator. I got to get him on the show one day. He's got his own book. Jonathan, we're just mentioning because he is from the area. Spider's Web this Saturday, Free Comic Book Day. These two wonderful people here, James and Christian from Fugitive Poems, will be there. I will be there. JM DeSantis will be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I know you're local. Come and stop by, man. I think you'll have a good time too. So yeah, as for me, just to let you guys know, I am actually not bringing much with me today. I do these things. They're quick sketches on index cards. I'm going to do what's it called? What's the best way? I'm going to do it either $5 or I'm going to have some QR codes. Sign up for my YouTube page, get a free card with any character you want on it. Quick sketch. I'll also be selling cartooning lessons. I don't know if you guys out there in the world there know, but I do virtual cartooning lessons. I do school visits. I talk about comics and how everything go together. So I'll be selling those too. So at a discounted price.
He is such a good he's so good at teaching people how to draw comics that I don't know how. Maybe you guys who watch the show know, but there is a Michael Gracia Day, and if you're there, if you're by the Westchester County Center on that day, it's on. It lights up. His name is in lights.
Oh, it only did it on that one day, I think. I don't think they do it every day.
I think that, no, I thought. Oh, okay. So what day is it? What day is
October 5th, 2019 at it was at the Mount Vernon Library Comic Con. I know the Mount Vernon Library well. I know the employees. I've helped them out with some things. I've talked to them. They know my devotion to art education. They know my devotion to just the arts in general. So they said, we want to honor you with an award for the arts and art education. I said, that's fine. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And then while I was on stage receiving that, they surprised me and another friend of mine who was working for the Mount Vernon government at the time, and both gave us days. I have the proclamation hanging up on my wall. There was a legislator, one of the Westchester legislators were there, and he handed me this nice, I don't know, 12 by 18, 11 by 7. I don't even know the size. It's up there. And it says October 5th, 2019. It will be Michael Gracia Day from here on out. And my friend got October 6th. And I mean, that's it. But I will have a little sign talking about it. I always put it up at my shows. I
think that's so cool, and that's something that James and I can never hope for. I mean, if it ever happened to James, where he got a day named after him, it would be like Guy Fawkes Day, where people would be burning him in effigy, right? So I think that's the closest we'll ever get to anything like that.
That sounds good to me.
Wearing masks with the beard.
Hold on, I want to get to this comment here.
We're going to be bringing, yes. yeah. The gag there is that she practically lives on top of that place, man. She will not go anywhere. My sister, the shut-in. No, not quite. We're going to be bringing posters as well, including 2 that James did. The Atomic Anvil with Hephaestus on it, and the cover of Containment Breach. Let's see where I dropped it.
When you get it, I'll give you the screen again.
There you go.
Right there.
By the way, the one I'm showing is one of my favorite misprints that came. The print, it's for the record, amazing printing company. But there's always a couple of misprints. They got a book inside a book.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, it's actually become my favorite. Like the back cover is totally stretched to make it work.
It's like a Siamese twin.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
Or conjoined twin, excuse me.
Attached at the spine. This is James did this incredible cover, and we have a poster of what's the size on that, James? I never remember numbers.
12 by 18.
12 by 18 posters. They're gorgeous. And then Hephaestus, which you can see a small version of it right here. We've got Atomic Anvil. That's another poster. And then we have the amazing, incredibly talented Jack Van Thom. We have a poster. He did an alternate cover poster for
hold on, let me give James.
Yeah. Oh, they're good because I don't have it right here. The incredible.
Hold it back a little bit.
Jack Van Thom.
Oh, nice.
It's incredible. Roland, based on the myth of Roland. Absolute badassery. And we'll be selling that as well. There he is. That's actually dude. Jack Van Thom. That's how he looks. No, I don't think that's true. So we'll have those as well, and we'll be signing them. James will obviously be signing his.
Hold on, let me give you the screen for that.
I'll be signing Jack's and claiming credit. No,
gorgeous.
Isn't that amazing?
Gorgeous, man.
We'll be lighting this one on fire if Paul will let us.
Yeah, so now we'll have those. We'll have the books, and we'll be happy to sign them, and happy to talk indie comics and publishing with anyone. And I don't want to blow it, but maybe talk something else as well,
which we will be getting to in a few minutes, actually. So,
I think we'll also take a minute. You sparked my memory because I think the who's the Courage the Cowardly Dog? You said you're friends with him?
Yeah, Marty Grabstein.
I saw he's going to be up at the Comic-Con we're going to be at, up at Terrificon.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Terrificon.
we're going to be up there. That's the end of July.
Yeah. I'm not going to be doing the show, but I'll be walking the show. So I'm planning to get a ticket, hopefully just for at least one day. If I can find a way to split a room with someone for the weekend, maybe I'll go for the weekend. But yeah, I got a few friends doing the show. A bunch of them actually been on here. One, you guys should definitely check out. I think I've mentioned the book to you, Tesla on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be there. That's Ryan Shalafor. Fantastic work. Fantastic.
That's a beautiful
comic.
looking book. It's absolutely gorgeous.
His artist, I believe, his artist is overseas. I want to say his artist is in Spain, but that could be his colorist. I don't remember. It's one of the beauties. Like you guys are doing this with Fugitive Poems in your anthologies. You're putting people together from all around the world, and that's one of the great things about digital work these days and everything, and working that way. You can be anywhere and work. I had my guest last week. I'm going to butcher her name. I feel so bad. Tina Novroski, I think is how you pronounce it. She's an animator. She animated on the Cuphead video game, and she's animated on a bunch of stuff. Sweet girl. Had such a great time chatting with her. I'm definitely going to bring her back. But that was one of the things about the pandemic was that artists did not stop working. If it was on something like a TV show or something like a video game, because everybody's set up at home.
Right.
And because of that, now it's a nice, easy way to connect worldwide with this type of stuff. Excuse me. My voice, I can hear it straining a little bit already. But it's almost 9 o'clock. So we are on the way to making a nice announcement. Would you like to take control and share a screen with me?
Absolutely.
Go for it, Christian.
Absolutely. How do I do that? There you go. I found it. Share screen. And okay. Hold on. I got the wrong.
Hold on. We got Buddy Scalera. Buddy, thanks for tuning in.
Hey.
Working from home is great. Just jumped on to see what's going on, Buddy.
Buddy.
These are two guys you need to know about. Buddy is fantastic. He's been on the show.
I've seen him.
Very talented guy. These two are Christian Di Matteo and James Lyons from Fugitive Poems. They put out anthologies. They are working on their own stuff. James is an amazing illustrator. Christian, an amazing writer. You got to check out their book, Containment Breach. Where is it? Right here. Just once again. And this is an anthology of all their stuff. They got a bunch of great writers. I think you'd really get a kick out of what they're doing, buddy. So check them out. Are you guys ready for?
So let me set this up.
Okay.
Containment Breach is our anthology. Is our anthology series. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Any Star Wars reference. Containment Breach is Fugitive Poems' ongoing anthology series. It started out small. It started out during quarantine when we were looking for something to do. And it sparked into an ongoing thing. Our goal was to get indie creators like ourselves and sort of raise them up and let people see their work, and yes, to put people together from around the world. And one of the coolest things that we've done is we paired up writers and artists who are now working together on other projects. Jeffrey Barant and Pierre Rosette are getting ready to release something together that is awesome. And if you guys are out there, please feel free to put up a tease to it. Last time I said that, they did. We have a theme. The theme of Containment Breach Volume 1 was Quarantine Chronicles. And there's Beardsley. There's Brian. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
The theme was quarantine, and so it had to be quarantine adjacent, not having to do with the pandemic, but something about the concept of quarantine. And then we had every team come up with a prompt. We mixed those prompts up and gave them to other creators, and they had to come up with a wholly original story based on that around the theme of quarantine and including the prompt that they were given from another team, guaranteeing absolutely awesome original work. So, James, you want to talk about the theme of Containment Breach 2?
Yeah, so Containment Breach 2 was called Myth Reborn, and the idea was to make up prompts about myth adjacent tales, meaning that you could follow a tale kind of in its purity. I should say myth, not a tale. Or you could kind of twist it around and make it your own sort of thing. And we had the full range in that. We had everything from actually, I would say, what do you think, Chris? I think his story was kind of pretty close to the actual myth versus, some of the other ones that were really kind of, twisted around and made into their own. It was a really cool concept because who doesn't love myths and fairy tales and so forth? So it gave us a wide range of cool subject matter. I stole that from Christian. I can't.
I like when something catches. So we did the same thing. Once we got our teams together, so people could come up, they can apply as a writer, they can apply as an artist, they can apply as a colorist, as a letterer, they can apply as a team. And if you get accepted as a team, you get to work as a team. But if you applied individually, we matchmake you. We put you together. We sit down, we look at styles, and we think about it. It's like a chemistry experiment. James is looking at the artists really carefully. I'm looking at the writers, and then we sit down and say who would work well together, what lettering style would be cool. We have no idea what they're going to come up with yet, but we're trying to put together this powder keg. And what they did on Myth Reborn as well was each team then came up with a prompt. Terrible Twos, the Guardian of the Sacred Tree, and then we shuffled those up. Everyone got one, and we got another book full of original comics. And I like absolutely true. As a writer, I agree completely.
We had a range of writers and artists, everyone from basically their first quote unquote comic short, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Through people that have done a lot of a lot of other work. So it was really cool. And the thing that was really crazy about Myth Reborn is there was like no angst or any trouble at all with the people we hooked up together. Everyone worked together really well. We heard nothing but positive positive reviews from people saying how much they either how much they learned or how much they enjoyed it, how much they enjoyed their partners and so forth. I mean, it's pretty rare these days, to really get that much sort of synchronicity going with people. It was really cool to see that and see all that creativeness flowing in between people.
Yeah. And I got to say, I was just flipping through it again because I go through this. I have like 2 or 3 stories left I need to actually read in here, but I keep flipping through this, and I just got to say, it's just gorgeous. Art all over is gorgeous. The stories are fun. You guys teamed up a lot of the right people together. I love it. I love looking at it, and just artistically, this is one of my favorites here. This one right there.
Oh,
I just think the art in this one is one of the coloring and everything gorgeous.
Marcelo Biot teamed up with Eros de Lima.
Yeah,
on colors. Holy crap! That was one that when it came in, remember James
Dinardi, right? Eros Dinardi,
Lima Dinardi. Thank you, James. Do you remember when we got the roughs of that in with the colors?
No.
Where it was like, oh.
I think it's Eros Dinardi, right?
Eros Dinardi. Yeah, I just looked at it.
Yeah, Christian, you completely flubbed his name twice.
I thought it was Eros Lima Dinardi. Am I? Maybe it should be. I'm going to have to tell him. But his coloring was unbelievable. It's just Eros Dinardi in the book. His coloring is
Excuse me.
magnificent.
You've given him a special moniker.
Exactly. I mean, the art, Marcelo, is just ridiculous.
I'm going to give you the screen. Hold on. So you show it all.
Look at that. And that was written by the great Canadian writer from the great, what is it? The Great White Canada. What is the Great White Way? No, that's Broadway. Isn't there a Canada? Forget it. Dino Caruso. Dino Caruso, who is just a terrific writer. If you go to his website, you see all the stuff he's done. He's incredibly prolific. And he's a talented dude. And them coming together was magnificent. And we've got Sahith Tiger, who wrote one of his first stories ever for our book and worked with Sammy Ward from Britain. Sahith is in India. And this is what we wanted. We put people together from all over. It was, I don't know, Kieran. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. But we want to do it again. And we intend to do it a great many more times. And we are about to announce doing it starting now for volume.
I need you to share the screen. Oh, there it is.
And okay, so if you click on this little scrolling thing, Containment Breach Volume 3, click here to submit. Nothing happens, right? So watch, we saved this for Michael Gracia's incredible Get in Tune. I am going to live right now make this page a day before it technically should be, by the way, live. And so we're going to hit refresh here. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
And there we go. Containment Breach Volume 3 Creator Application Period is officially live. It goes from tomorrow, but feel free to submit today, until June 1st. So Containment Breach Volume 3 is going to be happening. We are again going to kickstart it. Our Containment Breach Volume 2 Kickstarter funded at 177%. It was fully funded in 36 hours. It was a huge hit. It's in comic shops around the country. And we're as is Containment Breach was Volume 1 till it sold out. We're doing it again. So starting today, right now, we will be accepting creator applications. And our application process is pretty straightforward. To apply, no pitches, because you can't pitch. You don't know what our theme is yet.
I just noticed that super secret theme on there.
Yes.
So you won't even tell us what it is yet.
Nope.
Awesome.
We're gonna have to come on again for that.
I'm ready for that.
When we did Quarantine Chronicles, we didn't tell anybody what the theme was until they got on board. When we did Myth Reborn, nobody knew. Once you are accepted to the Containment Breach Volume 3, we'll let you know what the theme is. And the only people who know what the theme is right now is myself, James, and our amazing senior editor, Mark Capitelli. Right? Otherwise, it is an absolute, well, my wife knows. Right? But it's an absolute, she told me I can't keep secrets from her. It's an absolute secret otherwise. What the theme is.
She doesn't care.
I'm sorry?
My wife knows, but she doesn't care.
I'm not sure my wife cares either. She just demands I tell her things. But oh my gosh, the theme is really, 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 really cool. And it's going to be open to so many cool interpretations. It's going to allow for so many different styles and tones and genres of pieces. And all you got to do to be involved. No pitch, no long-winded letter. We just want to see your storytelling skills. So if you're a writer, submit 2 to 3 samples of your work. These could be fully made comics or comic scripts. Make sure that they're in professional comic script form, proper comic book format scripts only, and that they're PDFs. If you have a website, please include it. Artists, letterers, colorists, send samples of your sequential artwork. Portfolios are welcome. We want to see some examples of comics that you've done. If you've got a whole comic you can send us, or 2, please let us see it. Professionalism counts if it's a PDF.
A portfolio is really key as well. There's a little my professor coming out. It's very important to get your portfolio out there. There's a site. It's through Adobe now, but it's called Behance, Behance.net. You can get a free portfolio site out there. Anyone who wants to take themselves seriously, in any kind of art form, but especially for comics or something. You really got to, it really impresses us. And, it's not just for us, it's for everyone to get, really get your work out there. It's a lot different to say, oh, I'm on Instagram than, to be able to go on and see someone's professional artwork on there. So, this might be a good opportunity for you if you are interested. Stick your stuff up on Behance and get yourself out there. No one's going to see your stuff if it's in the closet. Yeah.
That is, as an English professor, I agree. It's essential.
Yeah, that's for the nerdy English professor over there.
Awesome English professor.
Yeah, the art stuff, the crazier the better, because we're Fugitive Poems. Don't censor yourself, because we don't.
We told everyone in volume 2, guys, this is an R-rated book. Nothing pornographic, none of that crap. But go R-rated. It's cool. And you like the berserkers. They get the Vikings that get themselves really drunk, or they had a big battle against an army bigger than them, and they would charge down the hill. And we were like the one that charged down the hill, full R-rated throttle, full frontal nudity, full profanity. I mean, full frontal nudity for everyone involved. And we turned around, and none of our fellow Vikings had followed us. Everyone was like, "We like PG-13," so we want. We don't want to make something that's horrendous, but we want this is an adult comics, R-rated, and we want to see what you can do. We want to see, but it's got to be quality content as well. And a portfolio is huge for that. We've had people that are like, "Oh, if you want to see my work, check out Instagram." Well, I got to tell you, Instagram's a pain in the ass to scroll through. And you want me to go searching out your work in between the cat memes that you put up? So, thank you, Martine. So definitely a portfolio. Writers, make sure that your scripts are in order where I can sit down and read it and enjoy it. Bar napkins are accepted because I'm a drunk and I know that inspiration. But short of that, professional comic format. So let me show you the rest of what we got here.
Another Mike Gracia reveal.
Yep, that's right. We save him for Mike.
I appreciate you guys doing that, man.
Oh yeah, you kidding? And when we reveal the super secret theme, we'll make sure it's with you as well. So last time we didn't have anything about letterers or colorists, and a bunch came in. So if you're a letterer or a colorist and you want to get involved, send a portfolio. It's essential that we have a portfolio. So your dates are May 4th. This begins. May the 4th be with you. Yes. Of course, we had to do that. June 1st, applications close, and we will let the accepted creators know on June 22nd, day before my father's birthday. So Google Doc links are fine. You can read all this stuff on your own, all the small print. The big thing I do want to focus on, we want everyone to know always, this is not a paid gig, but it is a published one. So it's not a paid gig, but you will be published. You will get a copy of the book, and you will have a publication. We have so many people from the first book who are getting new work. Travis Hill just finished a campaign with Dauntless Comics for Techno Nights, and Travis did the Thor comic with Brian Beardsley in Myth Reborn. We've had a bunch of people do some go on to put other work out that we're really, really impressed with. It's a big publication credit, and it's going to be a great time. One of the other things that I'm bragging here, and I know that, but I'm so proud of this. People came to James and I afterwards, and Mark Capitelli, and told us that they'd either never worked with an editor before and would never do so again. No, they'd never worked with an editor before, and they had no idea what an editor could give them and offer them. And they thought it was going to be like an axe coming down, but there were nights where I was up half the night. Travis had a question at one point, and he was trying to find out what Milner was made of, because he didn't want to go the Marvel way with it. And I was up half the night with all my mythology, because I'm 90. I didn't go online. All my reference books, and I was happy. And I wrote me and Mark and James went back and forth coming up with a title for someone's story that they wanted our input. We had a great time. There was one writer who I said, "This is really good, but you need a button on the end." And I gave him a couple of suggestions, and he came back with something I never would have thought of. That is one of my favorite endings in the book, right?
Okay.
And James, people came to James and talked to him about thank you for helping me with. By the way, one of the biggest challenges for indie comic people is figuring out page formation. Sizing for printing, bleed zones, right? I've learned a crap load about it. And James was there. James helped out everybody. Mark was unbelievable editing people's work. And that's really where I want to focus. Being part of the creative process. And if you go to our YouTube page, and we're going to do this again, we had Containment Breach 3-minute meets, none of which were 3 minutes. And you can meet all the people that were involved, except for Jack Van Thom and Tom Lynett, who came in late, and Dustin Luke Nelson. I got to get interviews with them up. But if you look at the interview of Mark Capitelli, you'll see what kind of editor he is. Guys, this is a rock and roll process. It's so much fun. It's, as James said, there's no friction. It's this incredible, and we don't want friction. If you're going to bring friction, don't apply. This is our pleasure spot. Don't mess with it. We're here to have fun and make awesome comics and help indie people get up. You know.
Yeah, we're looking for raw talent too. And not everyone we had was a polished professional. You know, we worked our way through some things. You know, people learned as they went. I had great conversations with some guys and some ladies that were. You know, that needed some help along the way, and you know, it's a learning process for everyone. We had a few of the comments that I really liked, the compliments, I should say. You know, a couple of contributors came up and said, you know, thank you for actually getting this out. Thank you for getting it over the finish line. You know, this is our first kickstarted anthology, and you know, a lot of people were just you know, impressed that we were able to get it done. You know, so some of you contributors out there who might have, you know, not exactly gotten burned, but you know, stuff happens with these kind of things, and maybe you know, things don't get kickstarted, they don't get to the finish line. We got a pretty good record on that. So if you're willing to work really hard, you know, there's a good shot that we got, you know, a successful Kickstarter out there. And I am super proud, not only for Fugitive Poems, but of all our contributors that we were able to get stuff out there and it's being distributed all over the place. It's a great opportunity, and you know, don't be afraid if you're someone who's new or even someone who has done this stuff for years and never sent it anywhere. We had some of those guys too. Like I said, no one's going to see it in your closet. Get your stuff out. And you know, send it in to us, and we'll see what you got.
Yeah, no, that's great. I you know, I've always believed in your work, and I think what you guys are doing is fantastic. And as you're talking there, James, I'm remembering being parts of projects that I've done work for, just starting out, just trying to get my name out there, and projects never get published, or you know, this is even before Kickstarter. Oh, we didn't have the money, so all the work I did just didn't go anywhere. And you know, I've been doing comics, I don't want to call it the word professional, but since '97 I've been in the comic business. I've been self-publishing. I've been part of independent comics. I didn't really start getting any actual indie work till like 99, 2000, but I've been doing this stuff since '97. I've been in here a long time. I've seen a lot of things succeeds, fail, just not even go anywhere. Just one person you see at a con one day, you think they're going to do something, and then you never see them at a con again. But you know, you guys are doing it. I mean, you have 2 books out. Yeah, you're on your 3rd, and you're working on something. Hold on, I got a couple of comments. So Ken says, great opportunity to collaborate and test your skills. And we also got Buddy. The only way to improve your work is to get it out there, get feedback, and never quit. And Buddy is the creator of Comic Book School, which is a great resource for people to go to learn about making comics too, just like you guys. So this is a fantastic. You guys, that's why I say you guys should know each other. You know, you guys, you know, and I just think the work that you put out, Buddy, would really appreciate. And by the way, before when I was looking down around my phone, I wanted you guys to know I wasn't ignoring you. You brought up May the 4th, and I have a little animation I did. I thought I'd show as I close out the show in a little bit. So I wanted to download it from my
Please
phone.
do. I also was looking down at my phone, but I was playing Candy Crush. No. Hey, Brian is here, so I got to show this because
let me give you the screen.
But talk about the process, right? So we're both college professors. I work a bunch of jobs, and got working, got families, got a lot going on, right? The process of doing this anthology was a ton of work. I mean, this is a profession. This book is beautiful. And James, by the way, James will forever be grateful to me for doing the entire layout by myself. Now, James put this together. This thing is stunning. Every page put together. There's the beginning of our very messed up one. This is a beautiful book, and it was a ton of work putting this together. We're there every step of the way. Our creators are going to send us, once we choose, they're going to send us a pitch for the idea they have. The writer's going to send us the script. We're going to get the pencils after that. We're going to check in on inks and colors and letters. We're there for every step of the way. There's a ton of work, but it was so freaking satisfying. This was I never looked at my email and said, oh, there's 20 more emails from No, I was excited about everyone. So Heath and I had a great time going back together, back and forth about his story. This is so much fun. Well, now you can give me the screen back.
Now I can give you the screen.
Yeah. So let me talk a little more. No. Brian, so talking about this process, Brian, we're having a great late night conversation one night, me, Brian, and James. And he's showing us his pages.
Oh, that is one of my favorite. Yeah.
Right. And he's talking about what the coloring process will be. And James immediately was like, yeah, don't color that. The line work is too freaking good. It's so incredible. Yeah. This is beautiful. Look at that. I'm so bad with this camera. Look at that bottom panel. This one. Right? Look at that. And but one of my favorite pages is what he did right here.
Yeah.
There we go. And we did not want him to color this because it was so gorgeous with this ink work. And Brian is handsome and brilliant and stunning and a great conversationalist. And there was one other comic in the book.
That's one of my favorites in the book. What was the title on that one, Christian?
That's Noble Purpose, written by
we were calling it Thor and Fenrir. Just for the longest time. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, well, because Travis refused to name it for the longest time.
Yeah.
He tried to get away with it too. He was like, I don't like titles. The other black and white in this book is Matt Italia, who has a book coming out from I think On the Line Publishers called Delivery, which looks amazing. But this is another one where the inks were so good that we didn't want color. And this is what we're talking about. You can you can take me off the big screen now. My age is showing. Thank you, Brian. But this is what we're talking about. Is that we want this thing to be the coolest, most original thing it possibly can be. Yeah, Matt Battaglia goes to the carousel.
This is one of our contributors. This is Dauntless, right? I did this one.
Dauntless did that. Marcus Jimenez's great company, Dauntless.
Look at it. It opened on my favorite page.
Yeah. That was. I think that's the one Matt showed on my show. Yep. He sent me a preview digital copy of it. Oh my God, that was such a good story.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Great.
I love that.
Great comic. Hopefully we'll have Matt back.
Yes. Yeah, no, Matt's fantastic. And I'm trying to find out the name of the one he's got coming. But this is what I'm talking about. If you work, we're here. We are Fugitive Poems and we make comics. We're here to make great comics and we want to work with our creators to do it. This is our happy place. And if you email me with a question or James with an art question, it's not a pain in the ass, unless you're a pain in the ass, and that's a different story. We want to talk comics. I mean, I don't want to talk anything else on a daily basis. I want to talk, and Man, did we have fun with this. That night that we talked with Brian was a great hang. And we were working on talking about his comic. And this is what we want to do. So you're going to have a great time working with us. If you got to be able to hit your deadlines. Good Lord in heaven, you got to be able to hit your deadlines.
That's the key to everything, though.
Don't sign on if you can't follow through. Right? Do not do it. We had someone agree. We paired them up and backed out, which, by the way, led to one of the best comics in the book, because Gabe Martini, the great Gabe Martini, stepped in, the first story in the book. And at this point, the other artist was great too, but I can't even imagine this story because Gabe is a master. Gabe is an absolute master. His style is stunning. And just so good and so vibrant.
Yeah, he was actually one of the ones that, believe it or not, this was basically one of his first shorts, right?
Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah.
I mean, he had done some Comic Jam stuff. The guy's amazing. Very professional. We definitely want people that are going to follow through and not make excuses. Excuses can stay at the door. But with that said, if you're willing to work, we're willing to help you out and get you going.
Hey, Mr. Duke.
Counsel.
Alex, our counsel. Guys, please. There's no room for ego in this. We don't hit you with any. We don't want to be hit with any. If we need a script on a date, this is a professional process. When we need the script, we need the script because we're going to review it then and get right back to you. When we need the inks, we need the inks. When we need the colors, we need the colors. And if someone doesn't get their stuff in on time, we ran the Kickstarter when the book was just about ready last time because we wanted to fulfill quickly, and we're going to fulfill quickly. We're not going to keep our customers waiting because of anyone else. If you don't make it to the cut, so we don't want to have these conversations. Like when I'm teaching, I tell my students on day one, all right, listen to me. Plagiarism, bad. Plagiarism, bad. Plagiarism, bad. What did I just say? And they say plagiarism, bad. Good. I don't want to ever talk about it again. So only apply to us if you can follow through. And there are going to be mile markers along the way you got to hit. And if you hit them, that's right. Yeah, but Alex owns the ego. He deserves it. If you hit those marks, we're going to put out beautiful work together. And if you look at Containment Breach 1 and 2, you'll see that. And if you don't have it in front of you to look at it, buy it.
Yeah.
Go to Fugitive. DM me at Fugitive Poems on Twitter at Fugitive Poems, and we'll send you out a copy.
Or meet us all at the Spider's Web this weekend and get it live and signed by these two wonderful guys.
There you go.
With that said, also we have, like I said, we encourage noobs in here. We have some stories as short as 4 pages, so you don't have to come up with a 20-page story to contribute. Our longest story is what, 12 pages?
Yeah. Yep.
Our longest is 12. Our shortest was 4. So if you're thinking, if you're intimidated by a long story, we can hook you up with someone who's going to make you a nice short story. And get it so you're going to be able to complete.
One of the longer ones in the book is from Peter Paul Smith, who did an absolute trip of a comic, a wordless tribute to H.P. Lovecraft, and it is absolutely stunning and bizarre. I go over it, and I find something new in it every time.
In my personal opinion, a tool as well.
Yes.
Although he didn't mention that, to me it's like a tool video. It's
Oh, so cool. But we've got incredible work in here, and we're going to do that again. We will not take anything less than that, and we're going to put out something great, and we'd love to have you on board. Oh, and at the Spider's Web,
yes,
if you happen to have a portfolio with you, I'm a Yonkers boy. And if you're a Yonkersite, and I'd be honored to have a Yonkersite in the book. It's got to be good stuff. But you got a portfolio with you, and you will let me shut you down in conversation after 10 minutes because I got to talk to other people without making myself feel good. But I would love to see it.
Yeah, we got one connection. Terrible with names. He actually wasn't at the signing, but he bought our book out of the Spider's Web, and he contacted me on Instagram. Amazing artist. I'm hoping that. We'll be able to get a submission from him. Give me a second. I'll figure out his name. I got him on Instagram.
He's playing Candy Crush.
It's okay. Let me actually, before I just want to, because we're going to end soon, I just want to open. I just don't want it to automatically start playing this video, because sometimes it does. Wait, is it not showing the video? Oh, what's going on? Oh, no, it's showing it. It's just small. Okay. Whoops. It's a 14-second video we're going to end with. I made this one day on my lunch hour. I was teaching at this school in White Plains, and on my lunch hour, I'm like, I need something to do. I'm bored. So there's some construction paper there. There was little pieces of like tape and stuff, and I said I'm gonna make like an old style South Park-y type of cartoon with construction paper cutout for Star Wars, and I did it all through my phone using a couple of different apps. And I downloaded like a Star Wars logo, and I did all really bad sound effects to it. So
Wow.
it's like a terrible 14-second animation, but I just love it so much.
All done on your phone.
All done on my phone, yeah.
That's hysterical.
But I'm sorry, James. Did you find the guy?
No.
He had some great stuff too. We have him saved.
He's on my Instagram. Like just
I'm just curious if I know him. I know a lot. If he goes to the Spider's Web and he's, someone I know. There's quite a few people that we all know who go to the Spider's Web.
He was definitely a local down there.
Yeah. Actually, one we all know. I just interviewed a few weeks ago, Damien Torres.
Oh,
you guys remember Damien?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic art, and the work he's doing now. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. I missed that one.
Yeah, he's done some work for Netflix and a few other things now. He's moving up there, and I think he'll be soon ready to be full-time comic artist.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you should check out the interview, guys, if you haven't seen it. Damien Torres, awesome dude. I wonder if he's going to be showing up there. I don't know. At the Spider's Web.
I gotta say something. I just looked over to see if I could find that name, and I saw my Twitter, and Doug Wood, the awesome Doug Wood, the man who got us into the Comic Jam. By the way, if you go to the Comic Jam this week, you'll see part 2, one of the rare part 2s of a one-page comic for Jack Van Thom and I did. Imaginary Fiends Part 2 is our continuing messed up storyline about meth heads in an attic. But because I only do G-rated stuff, as my sister Martine said. But the wonderful Comic Jam where James and I have done some incredible work. Oh, and my son Dashiell had his first comic ever published.
Awesome.
There's Jack Van Thom. We love Jack Van Thom. We were just saying that Roland on your poster was modeled after you.
Hey, what's up, Jack? How are you? Good to see you. So I found the guy. I don't know his name, but his call sign, I guess, is Saturn Lunar Nova on Instagram. And he's fresh move in, lives in the Bronx. He said he just picked up our book and was really impressed and wanted to submit. So Saturn, if you're out there.
Yeah, please do. James and I were sitting going through your stuff, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was dope.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So
I can't find them on Instagram. That's weird.
Saturn, like you would spell it, space, Lunar Nova, one word.
Oh.
Jack's doing Terry, according to his response to how you're doing. I don't know who Terry is.
No, I don't know. Maybe I know him and he blocked me already. Who knows?
Saturn's plural _ sketchbook. That's his artwork.
Okay. I'm just looking Saturn's.
So Doug Wood, who got us to the Comic Jam, and has been an incredible, just a thrill for us to be part of it. And if you are an independent comic creator and you want a place to practice your craft and get published, you want to get to the Comic Jam. Go there, DM, go to @ the Comic Jam, DM. Casey will probably get back to you, the great Casey Allen. There's Jack Van Thom's Roland.
Yeah, since Jack showed up, we saw this before, but that's the artist who made this alternate cover for us.
Nice.
I can't remember if he based Roland on himself or the ogre on the bottom. I can't remember which it is, but one of those is based on himself.
That's nice, man. I love that piece so much. Well, I just got a couple of comments I want to go through that I missed while I was trying to look the guy up. But dude, that is beautiful.
Right? Yeah,
Beautiful.
Jack, man.
So, he says terrible, but we don't feel that way about our work. But he says, have to drop good anthology. I look forward to hearing more about it. Let's get in touch. And he says, Michael, buddy, anytime you want to come back on, you are welcome to if you're still watching. I have basically May booked, but let's talk June. I'd love to sit down and talk to you again.
And we'd love to talk to you too. We'll make sure to throw comments in.
Yeah. Too many teeth to be me.
So I just got a DM from Doug Wood, he's got Ultramax in stores right now. You want to get your hands on Ultramax, and he's doing Big Hype 2, his second anthology. It's a Shonen Jump type of anthology.
Oh, cool.
Jay Sheik was in the first one, who's our book. Jay Sheik is one of my favorite people on the planet. He just sent me a sneak peek of Big Hype 2. And guys, this is what it's all about. This indie comic community is like 98% awesome people who want to share cool work with each other. Off air, I'll tell you who the other 2% are. I got them. It's amazing. And that Doug Wood would want to share that is so cool. So let me show off. Can I share screen one more time?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I have to, because I'm a daddy. So the screen, the theme for 1 week was Pokemon parodies. And even though they're everywhere in my house, I don't understand Pokemon. I nothing. I missed it. So I said to my buddy, my boy, I said, you want to write a comic? And I sat down with him and we talked about how a storyline goes, how a one-page story arc goes. We talked about what a parody is, and we talked about how to put a button on something, and that's it. And then
first off, how old is your son again?
He's going to be 10 in July. So he's 9 years old.
All right.
The script is him. And James stepped up and said, well, this is Fugitive Poems family. I have to draw his first comic. And that's after Dashiell pretty much ambushed him. So James drew it. It is a fugitive poem. I'm going to share screen.
Go for it.
And there we go, share. And here you go. This is A Whole Pile of Trouble. Written by Dashiell Mateo and Christian Mateo. I helped with the staging of it, but it's all his words and his concept. He had to teach us who these Pokemon were. He sat down and busted out his guidebooks through the Pokemon to find the right characters. It was an incredible experience writing with.
Can you zoom in on it? I want to see. Oh, wow.
Look at that. And this is James drawing Pokemon, which I'm sure no one ever thought they would ever say. This is a Zygarde going
up. My students were surprised.
And James, of course, put all his hidden gems in it and all this awesome background stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
And because I've introduced my son to Looney Tunes, as every parent should, the ending had a Looney Tunes feel, and James felt it immediately. And put in Acme glue. Dashiell and I went out of our minds when we saw that he had made the glue a big bucket of Acme glue. Dashiell was so excited. So that is Dashiell's first publication, and it's on the Comic Jam, where awesome people are. In fact, while I'm here, pretty sure Jack. Yeah, here we go. If Jack's here, here's Jack's Pokemon.
Oh, I like
it. Yeah, this one was great.
Jack style.
I love the story on this one.
Yeah,
that's great.
Written by Fern Lamb. Fern Lamb is such a cool person, and she's writing amazing stuff. Her and I did a comic called Eric the Viking together, which she drew, and it was amazing. And I can't remember if Brian. Oh yeah, this is Sinclair Klugar. Who's a great artist, and Tom Lynott, our man Tom Lynott, who has worked with us a number of times, did the lettering on this. Guys, the Comic Jam is so cool. It's your weekly dose of just awesome fun. And you can see my son's work there, which I am required to talk about. I better get Dash a retainer agreement so he can trademark.
I didn't see it. I'm income.
Yeah, Alex, he's gonna need counsel, but he's paying for it. He's paying for your services out of his college fund. I'm not sure. He'd make his own way.
All right, guys, I gotta wrap up. I'm thinking because of my throat right now, but I'm sorry if you tuned in late. I've been dealing with a little, well, actually strep throat. Hopefully, it's gonna be at the end of it, but my throat's sore based on. Yeah, put it back on. That's good. That's good. Keep it on. You look better anyway.
This is true. This is better.
So yeah, let me just first of all, thank you guys for coming on. I always have a pleasure, always have fun chatting with you guys. I'm sure if I didn't have a sore throat, I would have been laughing a lot harder than I have been. Most of the coughs you heard me doing was because something was making me laugh. But yeah, I look forward to hanging out with you guys and seeing everyone this weekend. Your website is fugitivepoems.com for everybody out there.
Top banner. Click that top banner if you want to be involved in Containment Breach.
That's what I was about to say. And the theme again was?
Nice try.
All right. So, excuse me. So I do want to share this. I'll keep you guys on the screen so you can make fun of me. Whoops, hold on. Wrong thing I shared.
Oh yeah. I just realized what this was.
So I'll just to tell the story one more time. When I was working for a school in White Plains, let me get to the right screen here. It's going to be small. I was on my lunch hour. I was bored. I knew it was actually done, I believe, on May the 4th. I'm like, I don't have time to draw a picture. What am I going to do? So I said, let me animate like the South Parky type of construction paper thing because I was doing a project with a kid. So I'm like, I'll make a little thing. I did this all on my phone through two apps, iMovie and what was the other one? I Stop or something. It was a stop motion animation app where I don't remember the name of it. I don't think I have it on my phone anymore. Or iMotion. I think it was iMotion, and then I edited with iMovie, downloaded a couple of images from the net. Everything else, I did really, really terrible voices. So, and sound effects. So here we go. I hope everyone could hear it. Tell me if you can't.
How have I not seen this before?
It's been up on my social media, but you don't have Instagram and Facebook. So we're going back, I think, 2017, 2018, maybe. Oh, wait, the volume's not playing.
Did you forget to share volume?
I might have. Hold on. There's
Stop.
my Obi-Wan Kenobi. What happened? I thought I shared volume. Let me see. Come back over to here.
Share volume is the bane of my existence. Why would that even be an option?
Sound. Everything is set up. Let me try this. I am so sorry, guys. I thought this would be a fun ending. I had to spoil it and ruin it.
Ruined it.
Let me go this way. And desktop. Oops. That's the movie. Open. Okay.
Ba 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 ba. May the fourth be with you.
Hey, you got to play it again. You got to play it again.
Did you hear the sound?
Yes.
Okay.
Ba 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 ba. May the fourth be with you.
So this literally took me like 20 to 30 minutes to do. Just between, I'm like, oh, idea, cut, put everything together.
I don't know. I don't know how to do this, but you need to make that an available GIF so that I can use it on my phone at random.
I could.
Better than all the movies.
I hate to sound Freudian, but it's a little phallic, I think.
That's weird. I was just thinking of lipstick. I want that Obi-Wan. I want that as a GIF. I want to be able to randomly respond to people with just that utterly out of context.
I'll see if I could put it together for you.
That is amazing. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I am ashamed that I've never seen that before. And your rendition, I think that John Williams never got near the apex of music that you accomplished. That's incredible. It had such positive energy to it. Sometimes a savor,
Savor is just the same.
and sometimes a cigar is anyway. By the way, what I was trying to say earlier, I have to end with this. Canada is known as the Great White North. That's what I was trying to remember when I was talking about the great Dino Caruso. I didn't want to just leave that out there with me.
Now you've upset all the Canadians.
I try to remember that phrase. Something about all the snow.
I think you should do a rendition of "Oh Canada" just to make up for it. Go ahead.
So I can get canceled by Canada. All the songs about Canada I know are from South Park. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I think it's.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. Let me end this now. But thank you guys for coming on. I will see you both this Saturday. Everyone, remember to check out their website, fugitivepoems.com, and click the submission so you can get into their next book. Come check us out at the Spider's Web, 887A Yonkers Avenue in Yonkers, New York, across from the casino. And I did mention there's a great pizzeria next door and a great deli, but also less than a block away is the Claremont Diner, which is the best diner in Yonkers, in my opinion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Saturday, 11 to.
I don't remember the times. I'm just showing up.
Midnight. 11 to.
I think maybe like 6 or 7, maybe.
I think it's 11 to 7. Sounds.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just going to ask Paul and say, what time do you want me to show up?
And we are awesome, the 3 people here, but you got to meet Paul and Andrew. Go there at the very least to meet Paul and Andrew. It's a great time. So we hope to see you there. If you're watching this from some other part of the country, get plane tickets. It's worth it.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop you back and just hang out a bit. Thank you, guys. All right, so that was another fun show. I love having these two on. And this Saturday, now that I know they're going to be with me, man, this is going to be a great Saturday. Again, at the Spider's Web, 887A Yonkers Avenue. It's going to be me there, James, my friend J.M. DeSantis, my friend Emilio Velez Jr., and maybe others. I don't even remember the whole lineup, but it's going to be fun. You're going to have a great time. And like we said, come meet Paul, come meet Andrew. I believe Gene will be there helping out. It'll be a great time. You're going to love everybody. It's a great store. And don't forget, fugitivepoems.com. Click their banner and submit if you want to be part of their next anthology. All right, guys. I will see you next week with another guest. Bye.